person who dressed me up with a gold medal was the speaker for today. So it's a great legend, and for us, he has mentored us. I attended the Wisa Golf Country Club Leaders Retreat, where he was a trainer, and he was actually by then the Vice President of Sales in East Africa. And when we left Wisa,
Low battery. Please charge.
KwaZulu Natal, where he was one of the great speakers still. And when we were in Cape Town, I remember he was called as the Vice President for East Africa to interview the growing leaders from the region. And I was among the people representing the Z of that time. And he interviewed me. I remember sharing my goals and dreams. And I had a dream to build a house on top of a house with a swimming pool on top of it. And I shared it like that in Cape Town. Where are you sharing your dreams from? Tell your neighbor. I want to share my dreams from London. It is going to happen with this company. And the person I'm going to invite to share with us our training also mentored our CEO when he joined the network marketing industry. The person I'm going to call to share with
Low
us
battery
is also
charge.
My leader.
actually one of the co-hosts of the event on Saturday. Every top leader, you talk of Saturday, David, you saw him here, they passed through his hands. You talk of the giants of another company across the road, they passed through his hands. You talk of Ignatius Njeru, the father of Shem Kagani, a guru in network marketing, passed through his hands. He is the right person to take us through the best training before the big event on Saturday. And he's going to be the host on Saturday. And there are many surprises we are keeping for you on that day that I can't share right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome a legend in the industry, 28 years of experience. None other than Mr. Silas. Thank you. Wow. And can you imagine?
Thank you.
Thank
you.
It's still the same 15 years ago. It's still the same.
Yeah. On your marks. Thank you. I think this is going to work. Let's test it. How's everybody doing?
No, it's not a mic.
Oh, it's not a mic. Okay, I thought we were that advanced here. All right, how's everybody doing? Please take a seat. My name is Cyrus Methu, and I just want to see by a show of hands, how many people are meeting me for the very first time? All of you. And how many people have met me before? Let's clap for ourselves because it's going to be a great day today. Now, many people have been asking, 28 years in network marketing. You see, it didn't just start in network marketing. My dad took us to very good schools. I went to college, got good marks. I wanted to be like him because he became a senior director of a company called Butter Shoe. I saw there's a lot of Butter Shoe here. But unfortunately, I didn't become a top guy. I ended up being a teacher. Any teacher in the house? Can you clap for those teachers here? You see, if you follow Kenyan newspapers, you are going to see one thing. Teachers are always in the streets saying they are really underpaid. We were underpaid in Kenya. I was earning $80 a month then. That is about 30 years ago. And I came to the big city of Nairobi to look for better pasture. I grew up the corporate ladder, and I was being called the sales manager of a company called Bayer East Africa. But I still remain employed. 50 countries worldwide. I say 50 countries worldwide. I say, wait a minute, you got it right on products. Then I asked him, what about the compensation plan? You see, I've worked with different compensation plans. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe it yet, I have been in the industry for 28 years. There's no other company that has a better compensation plan than OQATA Wellness Solutions. None other. The third thing I asked him, you see the future? You see, many companies, especially from Malaysia, Philippines, and others, come into a country with one product, which is an all-wonder product. I call it glucose. And then they come in and tell you, we're going to open an office one day. Tell me of it that has got such a training room in just 4 months. Do you know of any? Kenya has an office, Tanzania has an office. So the company is ready to invest in distributor centers for the people. That's how serious this company is. And so when I walk in Nairobi and people see me and say, hey, Prof, because they call me the Prof in Nairobi, why Oka? First of all, I walk like this. And I tell them, ladies and gentlemen, we have the best company in the world. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, we are here to stay. This is the best company in the world. Now, thank you so much for that. Come on, clap for ourselves here one more time. I didn't come here to just motivate you. I came here today to do some basic training.
No battery.
And so,
Please
what
charge.
am I going to talk about today? When I was asked to do some distributor training, I said, we need first of all to understand whether the people in Kampala understand the basics of our business. If you don't understand the basics of network marketing, I promise you, you won't go very far in the business. What I'm going to share with you is what I've shared with people for the last 28 years. Have you put on your belt? Have you tightened your belt? Are you sitting back now? Do you have your pen? Show me your pen. Show me your notebook. The notes you're going to take is what you need to share with your teams. My first part of the training is not going to be on the screen. It's actually, I am going to switch off this thing. It's going to be something we are going to do here physically.
No battery.
Many people come and ask me, Cyrus, this is what I tell them. People don't buy products or companies. People buy you first. People buy you first. If somebody does not like the person presenting, they won't touch the products or the business. So we need, first of all, to learn the basics of how to represent ourselves. When Jimmy Cheyune came to a training in Nairobi, we coached him, and that's why he is a fantastic speaker today. Each one of you, even those who say they are shy, those who can't face people, can become good at presenting. So I'm going to do this exercise here, and I'm going to choose at random.
Low battery. Please charge.
Let's clap for this young man here. Let's clap for him. Do we have another microphone here? This is a state-of-the-art training room. I'm sure we have another mic here. Come up here. Don't feel shy. Come up here. And you're looking sharp.
It's my first
The
time.
first one in OQATA. How has been your experience in OQATA?
My experience, I have just joined, but what I have seen since the time I joined, I have seen that I'm going far.
You're going to go far. Now, what is one of the biggest achievements you want to make in the next 6 months?
In the next 6 months,
Yes.
I want to have my first car.
Aha! Wonderful. What else? Are you married?
Yes, I am.
You have any children?
I have 4.
You want to take them to a better school?
Yes.
Come on, tell them.
I want to take my children to better school.
Can you clap for her? And you want to travel. You have people traveling, everybody's traveling. You want to travel?
Yes,
To which country?
I want to go to America.
Where
I
do
want
you
to
enjoy your life?
yes, if others have been doing it,
Yes.
I can also
You can also do it now. People will buy into your story when you tell them that. You might go and tell them about the 12 ways of earning, 10 ways of earning. You draw the circles, left, right, join. But when you give them your story that you're going to go to America next year, your children are going to go to a better school, that you're going
they are
to
also going to travel with me.
even you're going to travel. It's what sells our business. When you listen to TV, you're going to give his story, a house on top of a house. That's what sold him and you gave a diamond twice. So are you going to be sharing your story? Make sure you share your story at every occasion. When you go in the lift, don't keep quiet for another quiet. Just tell people, I'm being paid this Friday. And they ask you, what do you mean? You tell them, come and share your story. Can you clap for that? Because in the taxi, we call it matatu. When you are in the taxi, don't sit in the driver in front. The driver is asking you, can you police? No. Sit in the center of the taxi and just tell them, I'm so excited to be part of OQATA. People ask you, what is OQATA? And you tell them, come and share your story. Can you clap for that? Whenever I'm having, like when I was in the flight, I had Elias's book. So I pretended to be sleeping. The gentleman next to me said, can you read your book? I said, yeah. By the time we landed, he knew about OQATA Wellness Solutions. I shared my story. So share your story at all times. Friend, you say your name is? Your name?
My name is Josie.
Josie.
Yes.
When I come here next time, come and tell me something. I've been sharing my story everywhere. And now, I'm not like other ladies. Other ladies go shopping, me, I shop. Wow, can you go that? Time, I just want to move to the next training. But let's first of all get things right. I have seen so many people never miss training. They always try to sell. You can see they're coming for success, but they've never sat down to work on their story. Remember what I said earlier on? You might know everything about the compensation plan. You might be a champion in talking about products, but if you can't narrate your story in a very short way, people won't buy into you. So, what is the lesson for me today? That the teacher, what I used to do with Jimmy's and many other people was to make sure every week we allocated people a chance to go and give their story on stage. You will find everybody, that's why you find the guys who are in GLD are all experts. Did you see the Saturday here the other day? You can give your story, right? So you teach your team to give their story, and everybody now opens up. Have you learned something from our first training? Yes. Have you? Yes. All right, now let's move on to the second training now. You need to come for us for the first training. This one is on. Now, if you think about it, Cyrus said he was in GLD, went to Forever Living, now he's in OQATA. In all network marketing companies, there's what we call the Big Five. The Big Five. If you come to Kenya, one of the places I want you to visit is the Masai Mara. They talk about the big five, the lion, the rhino, the leopard, the big five coming. Go to Serengeti. I think in Western, there's a big place where in Uganda. Everybody's looking with their binoculars for the big five. What is the big five in our industry? These are the big five. Number one, the company with great leaders, people who have honesty and integrity, people who have over 15 years of experience in the industry. We have a great company there. The second thing you need to know, the products. Products that are all based in nature. Organic products, natural based products. Products that have been tested by the best doctors. We have the products. Don't you have the products? Yeah. Do you have the products? Oh, yeah. The third thing, the plan. A plan that surpasses many other plans. A plan which is made for everybody, whether you went to school or not. A plan which can be done in a very easy way. A great plan. The fourth thing, the tools. We've got tools, and I was so excited when I was told to go to the back office. There are resources there for you from day 1 to day 5. Many companies don't have this kind of resources. We are coming up with a nice marketing plan booklet, a company booklet, where you can, if you don't have it on your own, there's one session which is taking 50% of the big 5. The lion. Can you say lion? Lion. And that lion is you. So you see, you are the most important part of the big 5. I have seen people come from one company, go to another. They still fail. The company is great, but the person is not doing the exact thing. I've seen people go and try products from different companies, but they still fail. So today, in my training, if you notice, I'm on you, because the company has perfect products, it has a perfect plan, we've given you the tools, but we need to work on you to be different from other people. So today, topics we can do. I know I'll be given another chance here before I go back to Nairobi, or you want me to stay here? Yeah. And then you can call me a name, Semogere. That's my Ugandan name, Semogere. Can you call me Semogere? So we need to. I've already talked about you and your story. That's part 1. I want now to come to the second part. If you become good in giving your story, the next thing you need to do is to make sure you understand how your business grows. It's a numbers game. Simple. The guests that to be invited, always ask yourself, how many guests in the room have I invited? And then you look at the sales funnel, the prospecting funnel. The prospecting funnel, and I remember when I was young, my mom used to send me to go and buy paraffin, and we used to have a jerry can, and we used to have that funnel. This is the prospecting funnel, and it looks something like this. You see, at the top of the funnel is where you have the biggest base. Then it narrows to that point. If you understand this point, then I can finish my training. You see, very many people go out prospecting, and then at the end of the day, they're asking how come people are not joining. From today, don't worry about how many people are joining. From today, you need to be so worried about how many people are you inviting. Look at this. The law of invitation says this. If you invite 10 people, 5 people will say, yes, I'm going to try and come to Guru House. 3 people will actually show up. And out of those 3 people, 1 is going to join. The law of averages, 10 to 1, whether you're in banking, insurance industry, any industry, invite 10 people to come and have a look, 1 is going to say yes. So this is what I tell networkers. You need to up your game. Can you say you need to up your game? You need to up your game. what if you say I'm going to be inviting 30 people in a month? Look at the statistics. 15 are going to say, I'm going to try. 9 are going to show up. And 3. When you have 3 people joining a month, you change the way you walk. You even change where you shop. When you go to a restaurant, you don't look at how much it costs. You go and choose everything on the menu because more money is coming. Get the message. It's not the number of people who show up. It's not about the number of people who join. The biggest task of a networker is to invite. Turn to the person next to you and say, I'm going to invite crazy. I'm going to invite like crazy. Come and think like you mean it. I'm going to invite like crazy. On the phone, on social media, you will invite. Why don't you go crazy? 60 show up. That is 3 days. Month in your organization. That's when now you start thinking platinum. That's when you start now thinking about brands are coming in. But many of us sometimes just want to bring in 2 people, tell them to go for the big package, and think we have had enough. We rest. We don't invite anymore. This room is too small for Kampala. Is that right? I want us to have a bigger room. I want us to have a room where we have even stairs. And what are we going to do is invite. Are we going to be inviting people? You see, if we invite people that way, it's going to work for us. Now let's talk about the people we invite. When you're prospecting, even in your team, I can categorize people in 3 ways. There are types of prospects sitting down in this room. There are those prospects, they love prospecting, they can't do away with it. They go to talk to somebody who, when they're taking their katogo, they are seeing that waiter as somebody in their team. My team. There are those people who just love it. I make sure when they're serving the food, I sit down next to, I go next to one of the beautiful ladies and I tell her, wonderful, I love your shoes. I wish my wife would get these shoes. She said, thank you. She doesn't know my card is waiting for her. And I'll tell her, this is what I do. You see, when you love doing what you are presenting, you will go very far. Then there are some of us in this room who are uncomfortable but still do it. I know some of the team leaders don't do in their team. They're just doing it for yourself. My team leader say we invite you. Let's just invite you. And then there are those people of you seated down here who procrastinate, have excuses, they avoid inviting people at all costs. Then you come to a meeting and find your sister. You were invited by somebody. And you, who should have invited your sister, your relative, don't do that. I've seen people at our training center telling me, imagine my sister has joined another team. I asked her, to invite her. No, then she's going to go to another team. So you need to work on yourself. And in the training that we do, you're going to understand that the trainings you do every day, whatever areas the CEO has put in the back office, powerful trainings that make you move from this point to become somebody who loves it. Love what you're doing. It's only about recommending our business, recommending our business opportunity. Then there are those people out there. Now the ones you are prospecting, who are in 3 categories. There are those with acute interest now. With a very old yellow MTN t-shirt. He came in slippers. But he had that the only thing he needs to do is to invite people like crazy. We started doing meetings with David going up. He could invite like crazy. Look at him now. When you are saying that he did do something good, he's driving a V8. And you can call him wherever he is. Because of the act of always showing the interest. He had a need, an urgent need of changing his circumstances. Some of you in this room have a moderate interest. You are curious. You just want to know more. You think OQATA is something. You don't even say OQATA, you say, I'm in another thing. I'm in another thing called OQATA. OQATA. No, you need to know that this is something big. Don't just be curious and think about it. This is something big. And then there are those of us here who have little interest. You only come because you've been told so many times, come, attend the meeting, attend the meeting. You don't want to invite. You don't want to bring in people and show them the product. You're a hobbyist. We need to have an acute interest. If other people are making have their own houses, driving the cars of their dreams, taking their kids to better school. Why not me? So each one of us needs to aim to have that acute interest. Now, there are many ways of prospecting. Many ways. I always tell people, be creative. If you're good on social media, use social media. If you're good at networking in clubs, go and network in the club. If you're good in going out with ladies for a day out to network, do it. But which is the way you just choose one of the ways that is good for you. There are some people who are very good in building relations. Build relations and then tell them what you're doing. At the end of the day, you need to remember to be creative and leave no stone unturned. Use any way you can to attract people to you. Use any way to tell somebody there's a meeting happening and it's going to work for you. If you use one or most of those methods, you'll start getting people coming in. Now, I like the first way here. It's called Who Do You Know? How about who do you know list? Do you have a who do you know list? Let me see whether the leaders here are as tough as I want them to become. Because in my training, if you come without a contact list, then you are not serious. Remove your contact list. I want to see your contact list. Let me see your contact list. I like it when somebody tell me it's in my car, and I know you've got a car. It's in my car. Show me. What's yours? No, that's your notebook. What's yours? Okay, go on. Is it numbered 1, 2, 3, up to 30? You only know 30 people, and the way you look like you know more people. Huh? You are still new. How long? Let me see how new you are. How long? 2 weeks and you've got 30 people. You are not new, my brother. You need to have minimum 100. Write down minimum 100. Why is yours? It's in there? In the bag. How many people you have on your list? Eh? Clap for him, 500. Where's yours? In the pen. It's the size of the bag. Where's yours? Eh, no, I'll stop there. Hey, Jimmy, everyone is in the bag. You have your bag here. $1,413. Can you clap for him? Clap for him. Now, let me tell you something, guys. The Bible in network marketing is your contact list. That book you ignore. I tell people, if you ignore the contact list, you start mixing your notes on it. You start even writing the food you are going to buy for the evening for the children on it. I promise you, your bank account will be that empty. Listen it from Cyrus Level today. If you don't have a book which you call your contact list, it's not going to work for you. We will see you in another company. It won't work for you. We see you another one comes in from India. You are in it. You must have a contact list that has no other things. I was in South Africa and I was the MC of the day. We had 3,000 people from all over Africa. And then the top sponsor was from a country called Cameroon. A lady. I called her and asked her, how did you become the top sponsor for Africa? She removed a small book, contact list, and said, this is my 10th contact list. Whenever I finish one book, I write my name and I write volume 1. I finish the book, I come to volume 2, volume 3, and volume 4. Now she's got 10 books. You, just one book, you can't finish one book? And then you start blaming the company, the products, the business plan, the tools. No! Who's the CEO of their business? Come on, point at yourself. Who's the CEO of their business? Come on, say again. Who's the CEO of their business? Say from now. I'm going to have a contact book all the time. If I come back here, Jimmy, and people are joking around with contact lists, I will just come on the stage. I promise you. There's a friend of mine from Uganda called Zach Kisesi. He was top in GNLD. Jimmy and others know him. We call him in Nairobi. He removed a small contact book, and he told us when he was flying from from Entebbe to Nairobi, he thought about the pilot. The pilot was the one who was going to make us get to Nairobi. If anything happened to the pilot, we were going to crash before we get to Nairobi. We said that's true. And then he told us, this contact book is like the pilot. It shows you the way. It shows you how to do the business, who to call every day. Let me say it for the very last time. Are you going to have a professional contact list?
Oh, yes.
If you do that, you're my friends. Clap for yourself, guys. The other ones we talked about, and now I want to come in to, once you have your contact list, you must develop 100 people. Minimum. If you're a team leader, if somebody comes to you and says, I've been in the business for a week, and they don't have 100 people, be a bit harsh on them. Once you develop your 100 people, you can use a memory yoga. You can empty today that maid is the top distributor in South Africa. Very good for her. So sometimes you forget. They talk to them. People who love selling, people who love teaching is Charlie House. Hey, can you clap for her there? This how she is, and Hajara, and many other people. Anyone who's enthusiastic like Jimmy. I've never seen Jimmy. Son. Organize! Come on, guys, organize! Come on, guys, organize! Alright, attitude. They say attitude is everything, but it's a good attitude or a bad attitude. Attitude is everything. Look for people with good attitude and money. People are looking for money. Frauds, friends, relatives, organizations, people where you stay in your geographical area. Talk to all of them. Put them on your list of contacts. I once did do that. And then I get a call from my Dr. Muhindi. Hi, Cyrus, how are you? Dr. Muhindi is one of your distributors. Do you know a lady by the name Jane Joru? I said, yeah, Jane Joru is my first cousin. She has just come to collect products of 100,000 Kenya shillings. I have not put her on my contact list. I had failed the test. Second time, I was playing golf with my friend Tali. I love golf. And then I see Charlie remove a product called FAB, an energy drink from our former company. I asked him, where did you get this? I'm the one who sells it. He tells me, but my wife is a member. I had never put him on my contact list. So we sometimes make mistakes. We forget relatives, friends. Write all of them on your contact list, and you're going to find them joining. If somebody you contact doesn't join, my message to you in Ghana is this. You are doing well, but you are not doing it. There is a book called From Good to Great. Have you ever read that book? Try and read that book. It says that we can still do better. I want us to know that Palo, Uganda, with our population of, I don't know, 50 million, we're not starting. Are we going to contact more people? Yes. Oh, yes. And let go of the outcome. Just learn to ask somebody, if I could show you a product that's going to make you lose 10 kilos, would you be interested? If I could show you a business where you could make up to 2 million as a teacher, would you be interested? Just ask. Let go out of the income or of the outcome, and it's going to work for you. By the way, are you learning something here? Yes. All right, now, again, be creative, leave no stone unturned when you're developing your list of names. I know somebody called Brian Kasema. I have done business with him for many years, Tanzania. I found him with a list of names. A guy who's earning close to 20, and I think $10,000 per month, still has a contact list. Look at yourself. Are you making that much? Why are you again not putting your contact list? It's very important to be there. Using the memory yoga. If you go to www.memoryyoga.com, simple. Yoga.com, simple. There is a big memory yoga that reminds you, who is my baker? Who is my beauty salon worker? Where do I take my clothes for laundry? Who is my dentist? Where is my designer? Who's my doctor? Who's the DJ? It reminds you of all the people you have to. Make use of it. And you realize that you have so many people you can contact all the time. members of your family, people you went to school with, your close friends. Write it down. It's a very important tool. Now, why, Cyrus? Why 100 names? You see, when you have your 100 names, you can now start profiling them. You need to know that those names are not just for you to call at random. Every morning when you are taking your very nice Ugandan dish, the matoke, the pinyegwa, and when you're taking them, just go out there and do a profile. Get 10 to 12 people every day. Who am I going to call every day? Sarah says call 10 people every day. So you write them down. So you could come in and have a profile like this and say, the name is Mary. She works at Mulago Hospital. She's in her mid-30s and she's married and has 2 children, 8 and 9 years. Her hot button. She's tired of taking public transport for the kids to school and to work. That's a hot button. That's a nice profile done. So when I'm going to call Mary, hi Mary, Cyrus here. Still at hospital. Oh my God, they're making you work so hard, eh? Even yesterday you left at midnight. Now the reason I'm calling you Mary, I remember you complaining every time about your children, other neighbors have cars and you don't. Imagine I come across an opportunity, yes, an opportunity where you could now start driving your own car. Is it okay if we could meet when are you free? Tomorrow, 4 o'clock. What is it? No, let me tell you what it is for the phone. Let's meet over a cup of tea. Is that okay? Tomorrow. Hey, yeah. Can you for that? That's what I used to be doing every day. You get your 10 people, profile them a bit, and get to know teacher at a certain school. Her hot button, she is so tired of waking up so early morning. She's tired of the kind of salary she's earning. So you call, hi Jalia, is it a good time to talk, Jalia? Oh Jalia, sorry about that. Something very interesting. Over lunch hour. Actually, you can come to our business center at noon. Okay, see you then. Can you cover that? Now, look here, guys. It's not difficult to do that. We make it so difficult and start making what you should be presented here. Never present on the phone about the products or about the company. All you're doing is to get an appointment. Can you say after me? Appointment. Appointment. That's the reason you have a profile. To try and get appointments, try and get their personal character, find out their hobby, what their hobby does, when is their birthday. That profile is so important. But many of us go to the contact list and start calling. You start calling James Natongo. You call James Natongo, you call James, and you have 2 James Natongos. You call the wrong James Natongo. How's your butcher? Because you just call them in, you haven't done a profile for them. So do a profile, it works so well for you. Now, this is what many of you in this room, actually all of you have got sexy phones. But when it comes to making a call to a prospect, you start shivering. You start saying, oh my God, what do I tell them? Guys, that call, that telephone is the most important gadget in network marketing. You cannot avoid it. You cannot procrastinate about it. You must make the call. Now, when you are making the call, you must remember to keep it simple. Keys. Keep it short and simple. Remember that. I've just called Jalia, I've called somebody from Mulago. I kept it short. Don't keep it too long. Forget the details. Have a profile sheet in front of you. This is a professional thing. That's why we give you this big training room. That's why we have additional space upstairs for you to sit down, profile, go through, call your people. If you can't do it here, go to a cafe and make your call. So when you're at home, make your call. Know your objective. Focus on their need of the prospect, not yours. I know the times when we are calling because you have pressure from your upline is telling you,
Do something on your left leg. So when you're calling the person, you're thinking about your left leg. Oh, my left leg has nobody, I don't spill over. So you call thinking about this left leg instead of thinking about the reason, their hot button. Can you say hot button? Yeah, everyone has a hot button. And remember, you're setting an appointment, not a presentation when you're making the call. Have your diary open. I used to see that along with a lady called Janet, some of you know her. She could have her contact list, her profile book, and a diary. Whenever somebody confirms, on diary. But many of us nowadays, everything is on the diary. Your contact list, diary. Your profile, diary. Do it professionally. Have the 3 books with you all times. And you're going to go very far in the business. Have your diary open, and any appointment that comes in, 12 o'clock, the lady from Munago Hospital, today at noon, I have this lady called Dalia coming in. Fill in that diary. That's what you need to do. In 5 years' time, come back to Sarah's and say, Sarah's, I thought it was different. I thought it was difficult. Kumbe, that's why networkers are always calling people. You should see Miriam is Nairobi. Always be excited, have fun. Always be excited like TSA. Imagine calling somebody, hello, my name is Sarah, I'm calling you from OQATA WELLNESS SOLUTIONS. OQATA WELLNESS SOLUTIONS. No. Everyone say, hi, you're excited. The person wants to be like you when you are doing this business. Are you learning something still? Yes. Now, this is an example. Hello, Sam. This is Jane. How are you? Do you have a moment to talk? And you remember when you were always telling me about getting tired, getting to work, your children going by taxi? Oh boy, can you imagine a come across a business opportunity? And then she'll tell you, oh, I have a way you can achieve it. And then you go. The good thing with this company, we give you scripts. That's why I'm not going a bit faster here. I saw the scripts that Shem Kagania, our head of training, has put together in your back office. You did the training last week? Those inviting scripts. Just now remember, that's why they come in. When you're making a call, go back to your scripts and see where does it fit in. And if the person, for example, says something interesting, what is it? What is it? Please don't go into details. At this stage, you don't have to tell them much more. Try and get an appointment. If they say they are not available, they are traveling, send them some flyer. Send them to the website immediately. And then they are going to get the information. Don't start presenting like many people do. When you present, they start asking you questions. And they could ask you questions, and those questions could end you in trouble. Now, when the person says, we can meet tomorrow, always do a follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. Within, I always say 1 to 3 days. Always make sure at the time you said you would call or go for an appointment, you go for that. The longer you leave it, the more likely your prospect will lose interest. They will lose interest and say, I'm no longer interested. So when the person says I'm interested, make sure to follow up, bring them to Voodoo House, or go and see them wherever you say you're going to see them. Now, your objective is to arrange a one-on-one appointment. And you can do a one-on-one. This is what I was taught by one of my mentors called Rico. Many times we want to invite people to Voodoo House so that they can hear a presentation. He told me, no. One of the best ways is do the one-on-one, let them listen to you first, and then take them to Voodoo House. When they listen to you, they now have some believability in you. Then when they come to Voodoo House and they see 500 people, they say, these 500 people cannot be wrong. You get something there? So sometimes don't rush them just here. Sit down with them for half an hour, and then after that, bring them to Voodoo House. They believe it. When they see all these people, they say, no, there's something big happening here. Now, when you're prospecting, remember, don't think about, this is a recap. Think about, how about that formula again? And from now, I want you to be thinking like professional networkers who always believe the most important activity is inviting. We will present for you. We have fantastic presenters in Uganda. So don't worry about the presentation. Don't worry about making sure. For you from today, and I promise you, and I know I can tell this to the CEO, that in another 2 months' time you want a bigger room. Can I go tell you that? I clap for ourselves here, guys. Clap for ourselves. Now, how serious are you? Are you that person who just invites 2 people and says, people are not joining OQATA? There are too many network marketing companies that have come around, you come. Are you that one who's inviting 5? You're a part-timer. Not too bad to be a part-timer, but why don't you try from that and up to game? Go to 10. You're a same part-timer still. Remember we say we need to up our game and become superstars. We want to go platinum, we want to go ruby, we want to go beyond. Become a full-timer. It's just 30 seconds. Do you have a minute, baby? Yeah. Are you still in Nakasaro? Imagine I found something for you. Can we? One call. Second call. Oh my God, how's your mom doing? Again, in hospital. Oh no. Imagine I come across a product that's very good for the color. Yeah. Can we meet? 3. Just start. Just keep on doing that. Remove your phone. Remove your phone. Show me your phone. Show me your phone, guys. Show me your phone. I'm not going to look whether it's an iPhone 5 like mine. Can you look, show me your phone? No, the thing is this. That guy, keep on, no, show it there. So, from today, say that after me, from today, this gadget is going to make calls. And it gets so hot. Because I'm so hot. After this training. Thank you so much. Yeah, those who are clapping, come on, clap for us here. Okay, Cyrus, that sounds too good. But there's some hardcores out there, some hard nuts. You go and talk to them, they piss you off. They come and ask you questions like, what is it? Is it like XYZ company? Is it network marketing? You get those questions, eh? And you say, oh, where do I start now? Now, you see how they are different. You see how I was started by somebody from Africa. You see how you start, our products come from America. You start wondering, why do here? This is your response. Write it down somewhere. That's interesting. Why do you say that? This throws out those negative people. Don't argue with them. If somebody comes and tells me, is it like XYZ company, I ask them, that's interesting. Why do you think we are like XYZ? They are unable to explain even the difference. Even they don't know that company. Then I tell them, do you have 15 minutes of your time? And I can tell you who we are? Can you clap for that guy? Don't go again. Those products of yours, I heard from somebody that your products are very expensive. Don't start telling them that you see our products are so expensive. They're expensive because they come all the way from America, we have to pay duties. No, don't go into all that. You see, OQATA specialists in high quality natural supplements. I got that from one of the slides that we have. Just copy that slide and just tell them we cannot compromise on our quality. Oh, I understand. And this is another one I always use. When someone tells me the products are expensive, I ask them, what are you comparing our products to? Let me ask you a question. Is it easier to buy our product or to go to the ICU at Munago Hospital? When you mention that, they feel, okay, fine, tell me more about this product out there. So when somebody fights you, don't fight back. All they're saying, I am not ready now. I can't afford to buy your product. So treat them well. Don't fight them. Don't say they are negative. No. Just move on to the next person that comes your way out there. Now, you might be told, is it a pyramid scheme? Again, remember, a pyramid scheme for the following reasons. You give your reasons. We have products of value from a reputable producer. Pyramid schemes don't have any product. A second reason, pyramid schemes are not regulated by the government, but OQATA has all the certificates. Simple. Don't worry when people ask you. You're just handling objections. Handling objections is part of the process. If they still say no, ask them for a referral and move on to the next person. Okay? Don't in the business. I like this one. You must take a photo of that. They put you in the photo league when you take photos, you don't have to write a lot. But you all use this word, feel, felt, found. But your products are expensive. I know how you feel, Sam. I felt the same way when somebody introduced me to OQATA products. But what I found is that these products are based in nature and a lot of science. They've been manufactured by a company called Earth Creation. Now you see, you explain. But you use that feel, felt, found. But to network marketing is a full-time career. You use these words, they always make life easier. Can you clap for our family here today? Yeah? If they say no, thank them for their time and ask them if they can keep in touch in the coming week. I understand how you feel, Sam. This is not good for you right now. But is it okay if I could be updating you on our products as they come in? Oh, no problem. Is it okay, Sam, if I can touch base with you next month? It's okay. They always are forgiving. And I'm sorry that this is not for you right now. However, let's keep in touch over the next few months. Keep in touch with them. And do you know anyone who would like to just always try and ask for a referral? Always ask for a referral because you never know. I think my sister was talking about losing 10 kilos. Give me her number and then you call the lady. Hi Miriam, Cyrus here. I was given your number by your brother. Yeah, we used to work with him at Stanley Bank. And you know, talk to her. So you continue that. Are you still learning something? Oh yes. Can I stop there? No. Are you sure? Yes. How many people want me to continue? Thank you so much. Now, if you don't ask the question, you might be walking away from your next diamond. Diamond! Where's diamond to you today? So you see, maybe somebody did not talk to you, but when you give them a referral, they personally joined. I've had so many stories of, actually, I was just introduced by my brother who didn't want to do a business. That's what we need to do in our business. Always ask for a referral. Can you say always? Always. Ask for a referral. It will very well help you. Because I have this principle and I want us to say it together. Today we are doing things together. Some will. Some will. Some won't. Some won't. So what? So what? Someone's waiting. Someone is waiting. Yeah, always remember those words because in our business we feel discouraged sometimes and there's somebody next door, somebody waiting, just waiting for an opportunity to come for you. Now I'm going to the third training because you told me to continue. We've done two. You remember? We've done the second one, an interesting one. Now, the person has said, yes, we can meet at Java's tomorrow. You told that teacher to come to Java's for a cup of tea, so she comes in. She wants to hear about that opportunity. How can we call people to go to house? They come, listen, they join. You call somebody who takes a meal for 10,000, 20,000 shillings at Java's, and they say no. Let's find out whether it's us who are not really it right. What do you present? You might be going to tell him, now imagine I'm now in 55 years and the government says we need to go home. You change and tell him, let me show you a business you can live in retirement. Wow, very glad for that. That's a nice program. And of course, leaving a legacy. And I think our founder and CEO talks about this so much, that he has brought up a business which can be inherited by our children and our children's children. Can you clap for him wherever he is? So when you're talking to people, mention that. I want to show you a business which you, unfortunately, if anything happens to you, can be left to your children. So don't just think, there are many reasons why people join. And it could be health. Maybe you are going to, but mention our health benefits, our wellness solutions. There are only those 7 out there. So you now have to go for the presentation. First of all, always carry a smile with you. Then have the one on this side. Maybe this side faces up. Oh, that's a good smile there, my brother. Come, make it better. Hey, man, you're looking sharp. I'm joining you in joining this business. You see, people don't buy products or services. People buy you fast. What's your name? Jerome Boston. Just come up here. Let's come and show you. Let me show you all. Hey, we're going to to show you where I can get that suit. You see, Jimmy, competition is here. I'm sure there's a problem as well. Now, if this gentleman walks in even before he talks about money, you will see he looks like money. Yeah? How long have you been in the business? 4 months now. 4 months. Before that? Another company. So, this company. Very well. Very well. Where do you see yourself in another 1 year?
As platinum, having stable income, how it is, DRC, Kenya, Tanzania, and
South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah, I come from there. So you see, you can have a say. So when you go for the one-on-one presentation, you didn't go away. Where did you walk away from me? I didn't tell you to go. Come here. When you do the one-on-one presentation, also remember that rule number 1, appropriate clothing. Can you clap for him in that video there? You don't have to have a suit for those who can't afford. Sometimes people think appropriate clothing is to have a suit or to go overboard. No. Just you're in business yourself. You could be in those sports shoes. That's okay. You could be in casual. That's fine. But are you looking presentable when you go to do the presentation? Or would you be like this guy? Can this guy go for a presentation that way? No, he can't. But that is good there, so you can go for that. The second rule, definitely, is another one here. You arrive early before the guests. You should come to Nairobi. There's a place called Java House. And I used to go and love my coffee. I could see some distributors that would come in late. And they know they're looking for something. They are late. They are looking for the guests who come in. They are sweating. Their shoes are not polished. And they are looking for the person out there. So make sure you arrive a bit early. You tell somebody to come to the Voodoo House. Don't say, Charlie, I have a guest there. I'm running late. Just make sure you're there early. Number 3, prepare your business tools. Do you have a business card? Show me your business card. The business has been around for 4 years. Now you have a business card. Clap for him. Wow. Who else? Only one. Clap for him there. Clap for the guys with business card. It's good when you're meeting somebody of a lunch hour at Java's. You can start presenting to them. Tell them, can we talk later? Let me give you my card. A card is very important. It's lots of things for you. If you have a brochure, a flyer, we are doing a company booklet right now. Price list, sample, notebook, and diary. Look professional when you go out there. And I always say, don't worry, I will be here very soon. Don't worry for presenting. You need to have, let me see, a small bag I'm looking for. I'm looking for a small bag. That is a bit too old, my brother. Okay. That's not a bad bag. That's not a bad bag. I want a folder. Somebody a folder. Who's got a folder here? A folder. Who has put their stuff in a folder? You need to put the stuff, the flyer, the price list, the notebook, the diary. Put it in just a small folder or small bag. That makes you look professional. Because if you go to a nice folder, you look professional when you are removing them from there. If it's ladies, they can fit in your bag. But the problem with ladies' bags, they have about 300 things in there, perfume or whatever. So that's why I say, have a folder or OQATA with all the things that you can put there. Are you going to do that? Look for some nice folder. Now you are helping me, that's why I brought you here. Put them there. Now, the next thing, when you are doing it, remember you noted all these things here, is to give a brief talk. Come in that city. We do this practically here. Well, put some water here. Here's your mind. There at the center. I'll put some water here. Center. Take us to the center. Now, we want to learn some rules here. When you go to do a one-on-one, respect the person. Tell somebody to Voodoo House where there are 500 people, and you take them to a small corner. What I did is this. A few months ago, you remember also with the bank there, English bank. But I discovered that There are many people making more money out here. We bankers think we have a lot of money. My friend Jimmy, who was 10 classes behind me, and Jimmy has built his own house. And then I met another gentleman called David Saturday, very lucky. And I asked myself, who is fooling who? You know, and so they introduced me to a business called network marketing. And I came across the company called OQATA Wellness. And so I'll just take about 10 minutes telling you about who we are and what we do and the products that we have. Is that okay? Very good. Now, if you have the booklet or the presentation on your phone, you see that the areas over 15 years experience. You know, I take you through that. Remember, I asked for permission to take you through the presentation. This is not the time to go through the whole marketing plan. Leave that to Jimmy when he does a big presentation. For you here, all you want to do in the business plan is to tell them, you see, in our company gets products from America. And we say, instead of taking them to the retail stores, we are going to take them to people like you and I. Even if the bank can become a distributor. And every time you distribute our products or recommend them, you get paid. It's something you can do overnight hour. It's something you can do at home over the weekend. And all you just need to do is to bring in 2 people to join into your network. You remember your brother in the army? Yes. And your sister? They join under you. When they join, now you have a network. So you explain in a very simple way, and I think on Monday, Jimmy is going to give you a chance to come and talk about how to do a perfect business presentation. Will you come here on Monday? Will you come on Monday? So we'll do that on that day. But for now here, we're just doing an overview for them to understand. And we've got fantastic products. So you can see there, we start with who we are, network marketing, and a brief history of the company, and then you can end with the products. So I'll tell you about 3 products because of time. Remember, you told me you were so busy. So the first product I have, always carry a product. Show me your product. Let's see whether the Ugandans have products. Because the Kenyans don't understand Uganda is doing better. Show me your product. Show me that way. Show me your product. Can you come for the guys in product? For the rest of us, how do we go to a one-on-one? You start showing them the image from the website. You need to have a product and tell them, today let me just tell you about this product called Super Omega 3. And you talk about that product. It's an overview, not a presentation. Even you think about it the day you joined. You will not have done, you sleep of 1 hour of presenting. So just do an overview, and then once you've done the 10 minutes, so you have 3 minutes, 10 minutes covered, you've done 30 minutes. How many minutes do you have left? 7. So write down 3 minutes. 3. Handle any objections. Ask me a question from my presentation.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Cyrus.
Yeah.
I've seen the business and all the products.
Yes.
But I have a challenge.
Yes.
I don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
You know about the bills, pay, school fees,
Yes.
rent. I don't have money.
Now, guys, we like borrowed money. You have money for the kids, and today he's driving. He's calling this is Jerry Nairobi. And he was a former soldier, and today he's driving. What he did is that he believed with the borrowed money, he was going to make a return on investment and even make more money. So don't worry, my brother. Money that should not be the worry, because you can even borrow money and it can return on investment.
My concern, I was still a capacity to talk about the marketing, the scam, newspapers, what? How should I discount at this level?
That's interesting. Why do you think our company is a scam? I'm just coming. Now he doesn't, he won't be able to. People say it's a very mixed system, but it's not what I'm saying. But is it okay maybe you might explain? You see, our company is registered with the government of Uganda. We have the registration certificates. We also have all the certificates registered with the Uganda Pharmacy or the NDA. So we also have our products coming in from a certified producer in America. Period excuse don't have products in the first place. The second thing that should not worry you is that our company ensures that the products are sold to real time consumers. We have stories of people who have improved by using our products. So we've done here 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Now how many minutes left? 4. Right now, close. You need to close with urgency. Write down, close with urgency. I see some people who are just saying, now do you see our business is something you can do? Say, oh, this is something you can do. That's not urgency. Urgency is something like this. Do you see from today, you don't have to be worried about your next car. Say loudly. Yes.
Yes.
Do you see from today, the kids you are telling me love school fees, now are going to get school fees?
Yes.
Do you see from today that even traveling to Dubai or Mars is going to be an easy thing?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to sign this form. Do you want to use my pen or your pen? So you see, you are closing urgency, make the person, give them those yes response questions. Now, I want us to say, do you see from now on we can, do you see from now on our children will go together? From now on, your boss will never bother you even if they sack you.
Yes.
Do you want to use my pen or your pen to sign them? What are you doing now? So, close with urgency. And you will now do the next noble thing right down there. Invite the guest to the next business opportunity presentation. When they come, when they see the giants, when they see the top leaders under us, when they see the genies, when they see the CEO, that what you told them to tell us makes sense. You mean it's true people are already driving. You mean it's true people are already getting recognized superstars. I want to thank you for your time, for helping me do that one-on-one. Let's cover this young man there. Now, talk about what you know about. You see, let's go to reference points. You can remove my seat as you take to your seat. You can sit down now. So I know we can use these references. When you give references like Bill Clinton, Jim Rohn, so many people have talked about our business, Zig Ziglar. Even the president we don't want to win today talks about network marketing in America. So you can go talking to people about how this business works. Now, the opportunity, we've covered that with you. We say company, products, compensation plan overview. If the person was invited because of business, I always say start with comp plan. If the person is coming to join because of you first, then you can see on this point, show testimonials. I use them a lot. I love testimonials. On Zoom, that's why I always bring testimonies. So when you go for the one-on-one, have a photo of success stories from OQATA. Have them on your phone. Do you have them? Why? Why don't you? Jimmy today has already posted the presentation yesterday. Just do a screenshot of Jackie of post presenting yesterday. Just show. You remove your magazine and say, let me share with you a story of one of our superstars. Then you share the story. Is it a good idea? Is it a good or good idea? And then you can finish with your presentation by doing the close. In the close, you can ask some questions like I did. How do you feel about this now? Is it something you think you can do? Ask them if there's anything they would like to explain further. I can ask the gentleman there. If they are ready to get started, give them the sign-up form and discuss the deal. 20 minutes to 30 minutes maximum is enough. How do I do a one-on-one? We come on stage and do it physically here on stage. Even if you're a cell, even if you're a small team, get used to doing one-on-ones. Perfect of them, perfect on it, and you will become a superstar. If you are able to present yourself, if you are able to make calls for appointments and call people there one-on-one, Uganda is going to be the superstar in OQATA WELLNESS. Am I right? Can you do that? We can do that. And if she's not ready to get started, ask for a referral like we said earlier on and move on with your presentation. Do it in a cheerful manner at all times. Never be sad. Never look like you need the opportunity more than the person. Cheer up. Be excited about what you're doing. Turn to the person next to you. Do they look cheerful to you? Is it somebody that you can join? So be cheerful at all times and it's going to work for you. This is your leaders. Again, you're listening carefully. This is over here. So some leaders. Hey, my brother, how are you doing? Hi, how are you? Fine. Show me the smile today. This is an exercise I want us to do. I want you to have an assignment. There's no point of me talking all this, but it's good to ask yourself the question that you have the prospecting track. Check your team carefully. If you find that your team is not doing this, then you change your team. Is your team from Monday to Friday, like now today is Wednesday, find out how are they doing before even the rally we are having on Saturday until we meet on Monday. How are they doing with their How are they doing their appointments? How are they doing with giving out their cards, flyers, information on social media? Are they following up on calls? Are they planning a meeting for their next person who's joining? Are they following existing clients? Are they following new clients? Find out. That business tracker is a very important tool. If you find there are too many gaps, on Wednesday, I went for training. I did not follow. That's an excuse. On Thursday, I went to prepare and to buy some shopping for this coming event. I didn't even have an appointment. No, too many blanks every day means less volume, less commission, and you quit. The reason why people quit network marketing is those empty gaps.
And you
So
can meet.
have that tracker with you. When I come on Monday, I want to just hear some excitement that people are calling more, people are having more appointments. Can you clap for us because we're going to do that? Clap for us because we're going to do that. Another assignment that I want you to work on, leaders, check on whether your team has got a goal book, a dream book. There's a time I was going to Tanzania from Entebbe. I got to the airport with a gentleman called Andrew Mugembe. And then he told me, oh my God, I can't go with Cyrus. I told him the plane is about to leave us. He didn't go. I asked him why. He had left his dream chat. It might look funny, but everywhere we used to go, he used to have a dream chat. When he goes on stage, he shows the people, my future family, my car and ML Mercedes are going to buy very soon. I am also going to do ABCD. And it came to pass. He got all that. Check with your teams and find out do they have printers. I want you to go and do an assignment and also check something else. Are they building their 100 list? If somebody has 20 people, start time for you to think again. Is there something I can do with him? Can I improve them to do 100 names? Profile of your prospects, guys. Don't just call from your contact list. Work on that. And also, make those calls and seek appointments. So, from the book, according to Cyrus Message, have you learned something today? Yes. Clap for us today for learning something. My last one, I have seen Jimmy to tell me my time is up. I have only 5 minutes, and I want now to talk to all of you. I want to talk to the leaders.